welcome to the demo of the new platform of archiving. Today I'm going to be taking you through the new features of the archive, and to start out we're going to start with a simple search. What you see here is a list of a history of searches that have been done in the archive that you can go back and actually review, or if you run a particular search on a monthly or weekly basis, you can actually rerun that search here by hitting this run option here. But for the sake of this demo, let's actually create a new search. I'm going to hit this button up here. As you can see, what's different from the old platform to the new is we actually only have two different searches that you can do. We try to make this a lot easier for users in order to find what they're looking for, between doing a simple search, which is simple, and as well as an advanced search, which we'll get into in just a few moments. But first, let's start out with the simple search. You can see the different attributes I'm able to search up against. You can see that there's a keyword, from, to, CCC, BCC, date, attachment, size, and hold. To start it out, let's search against exchange. I hit the search button there, and what you can see is I can actually see the search without actually having to save it. This is great because I'm able to go back and edit any results that I might want to continue looking for. I can actually review the search as well, so I can drill down into this option. I can see the content within the email, who it's from, to, the subject, what have you. I can also see the metadata over here on the right, see if any messages are on legal hold. I can also send the message back to myself or download it here as well. Well, let's go back, and let's say I actually want to add more to the search. I can simply go back and hit the edit option. I don't have to retype out exchange. I can go in and I can, let's say that I want to say after a specific date. So I'll go back a few years here, back to 2015, just to ensure I have everything that I'm looking for. And I get my search here. So I am now sure that this is the search that I want to move forward with. I'll hit the save option up here to the right. And now I can start to name out the search. I can add a description of what's in the search here. I can see the criteria of the search. I can see if there's any different messages on legal hold. I can see any tags, the results. I can now randomize results. You see this a lot with FINRA regulated customers, so really those customers that are in the finance space. They have a regulation sometimes. They may set a percentage, such as 10%, which will select a random selection of messages without any discrimination of content. I can also give user access within the archive. A lot of organizations might hire a third party to go in and review the results. So by creating a user and giving them access, they can then go in and actually access this results without seeing the rest of the messages within the archive. I hit this save option here. And now I get what looks more to be an inbox type of feel. So I've now saved this search. I can actually toggle the view if I don't prefer that inbox type of look. But I can also now review my results. What I can do here is I can tag the email. So if I needed to tag this for review, or maybe I am the reviewer, I can check off that it's been reviewed. I can put the message on legal hold. A big difference between the old archive and the new archive, or the new upgraded platform, is now that I can put a message on legal hold for a multitude of different reasons. So there's unlimited reasons why a message can be on legal hold. As you can see here, there's a few different options that I'm able to choose. I could choose this email to be on litigation for, or legal hold for active litigation, and maybe compliance violation as well. Hit the save option here. And now this message is now on legal hold. For those not familiar with legal hold, within an archive you are able to set a retention policy. What a retention policy does is that the archive, number one, is able to reserve data for an unlimited period of time. If someone puts on a retention policy, some organizations only have to hold on to data for a certain period of time. So in healthcare, for example, if I needed to hold on to my data for 5 years, I may put a retention policy on for 5 years. Any data that's on the archive that is 5 years and 1 day old will be deleted from the archive. However, if I put a message on legal hold, it bypasses the retention policy, meaning that the message does not get deleted and stays within the archive as long as it is on legal hold. Send this to a different individual. I can send this back to myself. I can also download these messages. To say if we had a larger search here, I mean, it's obviously easy to see these 3 messages here. However, if we had thousands of messages here in the search, we can also filter down these results similar to what you saw before. Keyword from 2CC, BCC, all of that, those good attributes right there. So let's say that I need to export these results. What I can do is I can select all over here. I also do have the option to put all of them on review or all of them on legal hold for a reason, but I'm also able to export the results. And a big difference between the old version and the new is now I'm able to export up to 30,000 emails and or 20 gigabytes per export. So again, that's 30,000 emails and or 20 gigabytes per export. I can choose which format I would like that exported in, EML, PST, PDF, and I can move forward with my export. I can name it, and I also get an email notification once it's complete. Request the export, and I can go review that export in the exports page. So by either clicking that button that I just did or hitting this option over here, I can see when it is complete. It looks to be complete, and I can download my results. So that was the simple search. Let's get into the advanced search. The advanced search, what's great about this is you don't have to have a degree in SQL queries or anything like that. Advanced search on this is very easy to build out. So for the example, if we were to build out our search, I can select the criteria and or the group. For this one, I'll select keyword. And you can already start to see how you can make this search a little more in depth. So I can select is not. I can determine where I want to search within the message. So is it the subject, body, attachment title, attachment body? I can put in here, so to do the same search before, exchange. I can then apply this here. And I can also add different keywords as well. So for example, maybe I want to put in quarantine. We can also make this what's called a Boolean search by hitting this option here. We can search exchange or quarantine, or to narrow down the search and make it a little more strict, what we can do is exchange and quarantine. Again, here I hit the apply option, and I can start to build out this search. So instead of the 3 emails that we got back before, in this email example, we get 154 emails. So let's say that maybe I wanted to build it out even a little more. I can continue to add criteria to the search. So let's say that using the example that we did before, I want to search emails after a certain date. So for me, maybe that's 2015. I select apply, and you can start to see how this starts to build out a complex search, but in a very easy to use navigation. You can also select, to make this even more of a Boolean search, keyword or and I can continue to build out this search here. I get back my results. I can drill down into these results without saving the search. So let's say this is the search that I want to move forward with. Again, I can add the description, I can see the criteria, the holds, the tags, I can randomize the results. It's the same user interface that you saw before. Save the results, and you go right back to that inbox type of feel. So that is both the simple and the advanced search. As you can see now, those 2 searches have been added to my search history. A few other things to add here. So legal holds, as I was mentioning before. As I mentioned, you can put a message on legal hold for unlimited different reasons. This is different than before, where we were only able to put a message on legal hold for one reason. You can create those holds here by selecting the new option. So you could simply put in new hold reason, description, which will allow you to tag emails in the future. Another great resource here is this little help icon down here. This is a great resource for end users as well as support. There is a lot of information within this help navigation bar, such as how do I make a search or how to make a simple search. I can hit this option here, and I'm brought through exactly what I was just showing you today, how to make the simple search and different options that I have within there. This is a great resource to use not only for your end users, your partners, but also yourselves.